Hey, this is Peacekeeperalex and the Psychic Wargamers. We're going to carry on where we left off last time. This is going to be the Psychic Wargamers Total War 3 Kingdoms, a Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign Let's Play number 58. And this is also going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 69. So let's carry on. We're going to be doing Battle of Hanai Farms. He against Kingdom of Song, 2,502, reinforcing 5,651, so about 7,000 against 2,733, reinforcing 2,274, so 4,000. So I'm going to start battle here. It's going to be 3 armies against 3. Zurong Zuran, Wenchu, Hao Chao, Hu Chao, Lu Yong, Chendai. Lu Yong bringing 3,300. And we do have some archer units right at the beginning. It's going to be 6 units. We do have Yellow Turban warrior units, 4 units. Yellow Turban ambushers. We have some Faith Preservers. Got some Sacred Guard Watch. Got some Faith Preservers over here. You got another 2 Yellow Turban warriors. Put them in a grouping of 2 in the front lines and put them up walled. There we go. We got 2 horsemen as well as Giantsy, Righteous Vanguards, and White Wave Horsemen. Start battle.
Look out! Enemy reinforcements are here!
Looks like they are retreating backwards. And our 3 retinues hit the field, 3 generals. Lu Yong, Hu Chao, and Ganzi Yu. And we're going to try and strafe to the right here as they try to emerge backwards. They started retreating backwards near the reinforcing army, so we're just going to try and blitz on the right side. That is still where the reinforcement deployment zone is, and our main army is just kind of sitting right in the middle. Won't really do anything about it.
To attention!
Group our generals together. So the 3rd retinue. 3 new retinues, Jaitsi Raiders 2 units. We have some Sacred Guard and Watch, that medium sword infantry. We have horsemen, those pale horses. Still more Yellow Turban warriors. Some archery masters, holy arrow archers, as well as, and 2 Yellow Turban archers, which are going to group up in 3. Our army is on the move. We're going to speed it up here a bit. Get our horsemen over there. Buff our generals. And the enemy army has emerged. A fairly large size here, 4,095. But we do have a lot as well too, 5,019. And as my army, the archers, no! Don't attack the archers. The holy arrow archers. Cav charge right behind. Do it to our sword guard cavalry. And we charge. Fervent defenders. In the vicinity. More archers here as well.
You fight well for a child. There is nothing left for you but death. Go, go! Get ready!
Another cav charge here, looking for Gean sword guard cavalry crossing the river. Just as I send my horsemen after them. And there they are. So some enemy cav coming up here on the right side.
You are pitiful. Your words are as pathetic as you are. Stand ready. Make ready. March at the double. Unleash fury. Strike.
We're going to send our generals right forward after them.
Our general needs our aid. Yellow Turban attack! Kill them! Flag ready! The enemy general is fallen. They were no match. Axes! At the ready!
I'm going to send the archers here. Some of these spearmen trying to cross the field here for the enemy.
Bowman! Prepare for combat! Stand ready! Disarm! Fire! Next line! You are weak and naive to fight me again! Do you intend to bore me to death?
Of course, we have two main conflicts. One where the main army is stationed. Right on the right flank, you can see them digging in. Protectors of Heaven. A mounted saber militia. You can see the Jitsu Peacekeepers crossing over the left flank as well as. We're going to send some regular infantry right over there to attack them. This front line over here on this left flank. Yellow Turban Warriors, Righteous Vanguards, Fervent Defenders, White Wave Horsemen, Yellow Turban Warriors. And then a slew more Yellow Turban Warriors times 4. There's some Sacred Garden Watch as well as, and Fervent Defenders. And you can still see enemy archers stationed there too, Archer Militia and archers. And on the enemy side, Warriors of Yi, heavy spear guards, and a lot of different Jitsu Peacekeepers as well as. And right behind, I do have some calves here, still dealing with a bit of enemy cav as well as. One archer, and then right up to the left flank, these Fervent Defenders clashing with Jitsu Peacekeepers, which I'm actually going to send some Sacred Garden Watch to help.
A unit has perished.
Now my horsemen over here, right on the left side, I'm going to get them to attack them bowmen. Right there, right in front. Yeah. Better run. This is gonna be good. And my archers get attacked by enemy general. And how? Didn't die. So our generals are getting defeated. Not what we're looking for here. Get swamped way too many men. We're trying to retreat them backwards. We still have He-Man, Lu Yong, and Kwakia. And our balance of power is shifting a bit. The enemy is catching up, able to catch us off guard here. I'm gonna fast forward here just a bit as we try and assault these Bing Cao riders. Getting all our archers to get in there, chase them off.
Look, the enemy run! Craven! The enemy general falls! Ha!
And we're just holding on this left flank. Turban warriors here are surrounded on the left flank of the main army. G2 peacekeepers on both sides forming in. I'm gonna have to shift some of my units again, digging in into wolf cavalry.
The enemy unit flees. What?
And then some heavy axemen come in and try and attack as well as.
No match. Destroy them. Weapons ready. Fight.
Clash is happening all over the battlefield here. Way off to the left flank, you'd see the G2 peacekeepers here getting ganged up by 2 units of mine, the Sacred Garden Watch, and the Fervent Defenders. And they're running out of men quickly. Right next door is that huge battle off on the left flank. The large grouping of the reinforcement army clashing with the enemy. The enemy is seemingly a bit of an edge. G2 peacekeepers all across the line here. Lankai Spearmen, Lankai Swordsmen, Duodao Swordsmen, and Warriors of Yi. All for the enemy, all in a large clump. And then we get our archers in there. For some reason, our archers have gathered this close in. Try and bring them backwards. And as we try to retreat these archers, they press their advantage. This huge archer battle branches off on the left flank. And they still have cavalry in the mix as well. Imperial Lancer Cavalry 28.
A unit has perished. None are left.
The main army split up into 2 sides of engagement, the left flank and the right flank. And the enemies, again, it's fairly even. Still 2,477, so they still have more, and our reinforcements have hit the field. We do have reinforcements here, and that is an extra retinue that we did not send quick enough. It's fairly far away, so by the time we get over there, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
A unit has perished. None are left.
see that the enemy has the advantage here. On the left flank, they got more forces, and on the right flank, they're well positioned. Grouping right off to the right flank. Fairly has the advantage still, while keeping the defensives up and wait over. We have a bit more men than them, but even if we win here, there's still the other two conflicts. Again, that archer conflict turning into the archers being attacked here, and low health happening. A lot of kills, a lot of yellow turban archers on the ground. It's getting right next door. That thin line now is getting there, holding off the enemy. Scrappy disposition in this battle, this engagement. They still have horsemen on either side, white wave horsemen for He forces. And I think these are the Imperial Lancers, 24 still. He comes in here with some spears, warriors of Yi, spear infantry, and archers on the left flank. A huge left flank attack by another two enemy here. Full health flank eye archers and Imperial gate guards. So the entire left flank gets surrounded for He. Just that one small unit, yellow turban warriors, around that left side. But then our reinforcements are going to clash, and they're going to hit right in that spot. You can see this one spearman unit, Jitsu Peacekeepers, finally being overwhelmed. 20 left, 19 to go. Fervent Defenders and 123. Sacred Garden Watch, unit health. So fairly, that spearman's going to fall here any second. And again, a small band of warriors off on that left flank. The remainder. And of course, our main army split apart, fighting on either side. The enemy's starting to lag down in this battle.
A unit has perished. None are left. One of our generals is dead. Swords! Steel yourselves! Prepare! Show them justice! Ready! At the ready!
We're sending our two generals. And even without the reinforcements, we seem to be winning. That left flank, well, no, we actually hit there. This is the new units, see there. New units changed the atmosphere of the battle. We slammed right into them, going into their halberds and some pesky bowmen blocking.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Yeah, enemy unit is fleeing. Their left flank is collapsing just as they're pressing the end of this small ragtag group that survived that battle. As that left flank, those reinforcement retinue, getting in the mix and changing that battle. But again, still other conflicts happening. They're losing the edge in the main battle. They actually are losing, running out of men, as we sent our general after them too. Both generals. To be true.
Show them justice!
Yeah, that damaged that spearman unit. Jitsu Peacekeepers getting hit hard here by He-Man. His maces.
The enemy warriors
Just takes out too many.
No! One of our generals has
Right
fallen.
behind, you can see some Faith Preservers and medium halberds for the enemy going at it. And then way over here, this is the last stand for the other half army that's split apart here. Faith Preservers unit and Sacred Garden Watch holding off. Mounted Saber Militia, Heavy Axe Band, and Protectors of Heaven, Heavy Glaives. So we need to send some reinforcements over here because that is what's near. We're actually going to branch off 2 units over here to support, return backwards to try and lend here because there's only this one Sacred Garden Watch unit that's left. Holding back about 4 or 5 enemy units. And the Heavy Glaives are the real red flag of the mix. because they are fairly powerful. As we get more men here, there we go, that's a bit better. So we shore up the other half side, both conflicts still happening, and in the main one, no, not the main one, that's the main one. That's the main army battle that was taking place. This is the one off to the left flank, right in that riverbank. You can see how many just perished. We've got a lot of reinforcements there. Of course, in the distance, we can still see enemy forces, and I'm wondering if we do have another retinue. We have another retinue we're going to send right at the same area. And we can see those fervent defenders. We're going to send in the Sacred Guard and watch and attack those Imperial Gate Guards. So Gate Guards are doing damage.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
Heavy glaives in the distance. You can see more enemy units approaching, and my Bringers of Righteousness getting swamped here with these Saber Militia. We're just going to go right at them. Over in the distance, you can still see Lankai Spearmen, 2 units, and then a Swordsman. Lankai Archers pelting, just subtle. In the distance, a General. We can slam right into these Lankai Spearmen. Oh, and we can actually go and heal one of the other generals with this dude, though, so we gotta get him out of here. Let's get him back. Where's the generals?
Heal yourselves! Faster!
And they ended up winning that other half battle, so the main army battle is almost over. We're gonna shift the forces now to the other side on that right flank. As you can see, we're still not able to edge them out. And once these forces join up, that main army is gonna be free. And they have vanquished them. We'll be able to send them forth over to that left flank side if they haven't cleaned these guys up yet. But Vanguard Militant, you can see them digging in, just curling around He forces right on that riverbank. You can see the we still have, we still have White Wave Horsemen, and they still have Imperial Lancers, 6 units. We're going to send them right towards the Spearmen that are wavering. Chip away, chip away. The Warriors of Yi here, trying to fend off attacks from our Sacred Garden watching the Turban Warrior unit. Brought in. And start wavering here. Like I Swordsman wavers as the other Spearmen retreat. Keep sending those White Wood Horsemen towards those guys that are wavering to get laying down Swordsmen. Damage sustained, and he retreats. Oh, huge charge from the Imperial Lancers. We'll send them back. Send the White Wave Horsemen back that way. See, the enemy is unable to contain enough force on this army. This is Kingdom Away forces.
Stand ready. Charge!
I get a weak spot here right in the conflict. Enemy surrounded. This is over again by that left flank, which is still happening. Is it over by the main flank? No, it isn't. Yes, no, it isn't. It's actually further on. Further on north of that same riverbank battle that had happened, which is still happening. You can still see a small amount of units clashing here. No, it's too small for the enemy. It is. They're running out of firepower on there. They're going to start to retreat. But you can see over northwards, enemy gets surrounded. And then we send our generals after.
The enemy unit flees.
As well as a good unit of bringers of righteousness. They're really good at taking out generals, I discern. So you can see my general here catching up, and enemy general's on the run. You can see another battle taking place here. These two units, Fervent Defenders and Sacred Garden Watch, they've been through already so much, now charging at the enemy. Halberds. And they have the advantage, I think. 116 against 650 something. Could branch off another one over here, give them some help. Move off another 58 Bringers of Righteousness and bring them that way. If they could just hold on. So you see these three main conflicts still taking place in like a triangle. Just this one small one. Southwards. Might need to bring on another one just in case. Bring some archers in the mix.
We have killed an enemy general.
And the enemy starts to flee. Only 3 conflicts here remaining. Breaking the lines. Lankai Swordsman. Surge forward. Yellow Turban Warrior unit. And ever closer. Just this one Spearman unit and a Wavering Swordsman right behind it. Getting overpowered on the river. Running through the grass, another unit as well as the forces moving in and clashing the Lankai Swordsman and Spearman remainder that is wavering. A small unit left as well across the way in that second conflict. And the third one, the enemy looks like they have defeated our forces there, and we're going to be able to send all our forces towards them when this is all over. And we're actually going to do it now, and he's going to retreat. The right flank retreats, and we send it downwards. This large amount of He force is now sending towards the small remainder of halberds that had defeated that third conflict. See them cross either river on either side. Our general gets there. See some arrows flying as well. And there it is. The other side gets there as well as.
The enemy unit flees. What
And they start to break. That leaves a few other units on the board. See the enemy do one last assault here with a couple units on the board, trying to surround me on either side, but it ends up retreating, so they recorrect some units, but it isn't enough. You can see this battle over here with the arrowmen taking on the swordsman, no, the spearmen. Spearmen against swords. It's the bows. I'm trying to make their presence be known, but the spearmen are fairly tough. So you can see there, right there. Sharp swords, though. That last struggle, and the others are retreating all across the way. So that is the remainder on the field. Whoa! Last fierce spearman battle. Trying to overtake them. That guy's spearman. The peasant archers. It was peasant archers taking them on too. That would be why. And we had sent Bringers of Righteousness medium glaive, and that changed the entire look right around them. And that is it. That would be over. That is the done of it. So that was a huge battle. Victory.
Your war has brought you to the very gates of your enemy. Behind their walls, they steel themselves against your armies. They cannot hold out forever. Yet an assault may be costly if not swift. Yet wait too long.
Celebration is due. Let the wine flow.
So winning, release.
Keeping them is a waste of our
release.
resources.
Two enemy generals released. So 8,153 deployed, 5,213 lost, 2,940 remaining. 5,007 deployed for the enemy, 4,709 lost, 298 remaining.
In service of the Empire.
Though I rise, my heart remains with the people.
Kingdom of Song, Kingdom of Way. Kingdom Away deciding. 2,258 deployed, 4,472 remaining against 4,697. Battle of Yangzhou, Toolmaker. He against Kingdom Away. 3 armies against 2.
We fight because it is our
What's
duty.
engine?
Be flexible, and
Chainsaw.
victory will surely come.
In victory, our ambitions are realized. Let us go! At last, our
They're getting reinforcements,
reinforcements
and
are
so am I.
arriving.
They're getting theirs. They're getting theirs to the south, which is to my right flank. Southwards, I'm also getting reinforcements, and also to the. Well, no, not southwards. East, westwards, westwards, northwards. That's where I'm getting my reinforcements. They're already sending forth their horsemen. Heroin upon though. You get bowmen on the reinforcement, and they're gonna have
The yellow sky awaits.
horsemen coming off the right flank, so we're gonna situate our right with some spears.
The time has come. Swords sharpened. Move out quickly.
Quick march.
Take your positions. Into formation. Steel yourselves. Together. Make ready. Swordsman. Stand ready. Run. Hurry. Move.
And the enemy army approaches.
Attend, swordsman. March quickly. Return. Quick march.
Our horseman got hit a little bit hard there. Losing some of the way, that heroin of hand, again, still picking him off.
Ready to ride? Stop outside.
Make ready.
We're actually gonna go pick them off, get our two generals over there.
Ready. Die. I have seen greater skill from children. Show them justice. For the
And they did charge in right there in the front lines. Huge cav charge.
Prepare. Show no mercy. Take heed.
Send in our general.
A comrade is being attacked.
Shield yourself.
Unleash fury.
And cav charge again right behind our lines. As I send some cav after him. And there it is. Huge cav charge right in the center of our spine. Not what we wanted there.
Ready. Charge. Destroy them.
And the enemy, though, getting a bit swamped. They ended up right behind enemy lines, men all around them.
Stop wasting my time.
It looks like they're winning here.
At the ready. Move. Double time.
And our reinforcements are getting right near. Let's exchange bow fire here. Trying to close the ranks, we help them.
A comrade is being attacked.
Go, go, go.
And
Attack.
finally forcing these horsemen to have to retreat and do something else.
Full attention.
Too many of them been hurt here. They had to try and leave our lines.
Still yourselves.
And you can see the enemy just approaching those four spearmen. Looking like saints out there. And horsemen coming up right behind on the right flank. Get up our left flank as we shift our soldiers here. We're gonna try and roll their lines. I'm gonna send a small portion of soldiers through this left side, right between this rock area. Try and sweep around them. And they just have a lot on the field here. You can see 4,287 against 3,400. I still got deployment remaining.
Spearmen, stand ready. Strike. Charge.
See a battle happening behind our lines, right on the right flank. Some Tiger and Leopard cavalry against Faith Preservers and Yellow Turban Warriors. You can see some of our bowmen getting hit up here by some Saber cavalry. And off in the distance, Lankai Spearmen taking on some Yellow Turban ambushers. All across the lines, we're clashing in the front line. And we got a hole here right in their line, so we're going to send them forward, this grouping. And we're going to go straight for their archers for one unit. Another unit's going to go behind. Try and take on this large mass. It's a thin line compared to the enemy's exorbitant amount. That right flank's getting hit with archers as well as. We need to end this. Because we need to get this left flank shifted to the right flank to be able to compensate. And the distance some archers, moving archers, yay! Get those archers aimed at those horsemen. And no reinforcements yet. And a calf charge happening right behind our, right on our lines, right behind, right on the left side. And there it is, right into our cav. Oh, our cav actually shielded though. Lucky enough.
Kill them.
Take heed, warriors. To battle. To attention.
3 generals in the mix, and that's nullifying. And that right flank, just thin line spearmen, just holding back, trying to contain this large amount of enemy. And they're right in the center, a little bit further on, crossbow wavering for the enemy. Surrounded by one of our units here. And we got our bows in sync.
Look, the enemy run.
Of course, skirmish mode screws it all up. Now we're gonna have to get our archers to go and attack melee style. This Tiger Leopard Cavalry 31. So nullified bowmen is what it seems to be. And they are winning. 3,000 to 2,300. And the right flank is slowly losing control here. See more enemies start to move past that line that we'd created. And the last of the spearmen are going to be done, and they're going to be able to swamp through here unless we get some more infantry. That's for certain.
A unit has been completely destroyed.
So right on the left flank, we have emerged fairly victorious. We'll be able to shift our units, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to be able to take on the enemy and what they have.
We have lost the unit. Nobody survived.
One last push. Two enemy spearmen here ended up blocking this grouping and ended up doing a really superb job, even with our generals in the mix. but they are wavering now. The Lankai Spearmen will give up, and then we will be able to send more troops forth. Tong Min. And they break. And we are able to send our forces to that right flank that is just seeping past and getting swamped here. It's the last of it. It's our last right flank forces. We're going to send most of our forces to the right flank, I think. We do going to have more forces in a second, eventually.
Show no mercy. Yellow Turban, the 10. Attack. Go. Stand by for orders. Destroy them. Open fire.
One last push. The enemy has us outmatched. 1600 and 1900. We did whittle away though. Crossbowmen almost wavering. There we go. And we are able to match. Just getting a few more forces in there, changing a bit of the dynamic. Our bowmen standing stout, holding it down for this one little embattlement that's happening off to the side, to the north. Away from the large battle that we're trying to contain here. A lot of enemy forces still remain. Heavy Spear Warriors, Mounted Saber Militia, Yangtze Jai Infantry, Wing Surrenderists, 2 units, and some Jian Infantry Captain. We're just kind of surrounding them with our Yellow Turban Warriors for most of it, I think. Yeah, seems to be.
Steel yourselves.
Alright, generals, time to group up. There we go, another retinue hits the field and changes the entire thing. So we charge them forth. See some generals meeting up, an enemy general confronting Jaitsu. Then we get another general in the mix as well.
The men have no ammunition. Draw your weapons.
And Hu Zong, the strategist, is disabled, and that would be, this is gonna be it. One last sword strike. There it is. Enemy general is down. And the enemy is collapsing. A large force of the enemy collapses with their enemy commander killed. How is this the case of this? We didn't even get the reinforcements over here. They just started fleeing. That was it. Oh my. There's a few units left on the right flank, wavering against our Jai infantry of full units. The enemy sent fleeing. The odds turn against the enemy as they put their backs to flee. Heroine of Han caught up by 3 decimated units, Ba veterans, 2 units, and Faith Preservers, 2 units, 8 units, and 4 units respectively. holding off his heroine upon unit. A legendary clash, that is. And some more enemy recorrecting and another gambit happening. Clashes as I reform and regroup. And I send forth that army again to continue to deal with them. Much more even clash, and it's a break right in the center. Heavy spear guards. Anti-swordsmen, giant sword guards remaining for the enemy. Trying to contain. Burst of energy from He forces. Oh no, a recorrect happening, but those three forces hit them back. Enemy forces broken. One recorrect in the way longs a ways. The general's after him. Our generals did survive, even with some of them getting hit really hard. All across this battlefield, still sporadic fighting, and you can see here some Watchmen of Peace and Yellow Turban Archers catching the Heroine of Hand, that last unit. There we go, one last breaking, and that was the end of it.
Your war has brought you to the very gates of your enemy. Behind their walls, they steel themselves against your armies. They cannot hold out forever. Yet an assault may be costly if not swift. Yet wait.
When justice triumphs.
6,730 deployed, 2,895 lost, 4,697 deployed, 3,848 lost. Recruit.
The goal is fixed.
I won't be able to maneuver here and do something. I'm still working through this urn.
There is honor
We're gonna accept in regards to military against Yuan Shu. Gongdu is gonna maneuver forces. We'll be able to snag some territory on that ish. Lu Yu is going to attack, and I think I can win this. 2,547 against 2,742. Battle of Ping Yuan Salt Mine. I can win this. I got 2 horsemen. So nullify, oh, 3 horsemen. I got 3 horsemen. Nullify the horsemen. I do have some bows. I got 5 bows. And that's more than theirs. So if I just manage this a certain fashion, like for example, the warriors themselves, the Turban warriors. 8 units should be enough. Do some trebuchet. Fast forward this a bit, see if they start to come into view. We do have some Huang Lao's Paragons, medium sword infantry, luckily enough, and there they are. Come right down that mountain. We're gonna go right after their bowmen. We're gonna get our generals to slow down their cav. Or let's go after their. Our archers are nullifying the hell out of their cav right now. Oh, the White Horse Lancers are going down so quickly. And we're going to switch, and we're going to go here. We're going to hit the Santa Saber Militia. And we keep hitting them with that fire.
Do not waste your breath. You will need it. Do not relent. Move out quickly. No! One of our generals has fallen!
I don't know why our generals is falling right now. We send our horsemen right out front. And we slam into that left flank that is stacked up. We put the bows to work. Hit them as they're crossing here. Put fire on them ish. You guys trying to cross the field. Just get them cav charge out the way. And we start hitting them get rid of their general who's been shadowing us for how long now. And right on that left flank, they're still hitting pretty hard.
Look, the enemy run.
We need to shift bow fire on the main lines. And we start pelting them, hitting them hard here. A lot of arrows hitting. Protected our bows.
The enemy general is fallen. They were no match. Do not relent. Make ready. Move. Swordsman. At once. The time has come.
We got one general left, and we hit them. Knowledge of the body buff, and it saves.
At the ready. Show no mercy. This will be over soon.
And we start hitting their bowmen too.
Honor.
That's gonna be enough, I think. There's the 7. We shift the Lankai archers. And these guys start going down fairly quick too.
Find your focus, or I will surely destroy you. Your threats will not avail you. Look, the enemy run. Craven!
And then put the rest of it on their lines.
Kill them! Ready. Show
And we finally send our cavalry back towards them to put them out of their misery. And put a general in the mix too. And these lines in the left flank just feel like they're embedded. Even with having all this firepower.
unleash fury. Strike! Stand ready. Strike your target.
Last of the bow fire here, so we run out of ammo.
Take heed, warriors. Fire! At the ready. No mercy. Stand ready. Go on, give up. I know you can do it. Do try and remember who your enemy is. Look, the enemy run. Craven.
Whoa, enemy break on either side here. Multiple breaks happening. And that's the end of this one.
Take heed, warriors. The time has come. Steel yourselves. Arrows. The enemy warriors are running. Ha! Our warriors run. Craven dogs. Look, the enemy run. Craven. Make ready. Ready, yellow turban. Fight!
And continue to just chip away as these few units are trying to recorrect. Chase down these last few. One guy, champion, still alive. Even after in the beginning, sending our generals right after him. And there's still units. One last stand here.
Our men flee the
They
battlefield.
flee before the cav can get there. Just put that out. We charge this last archer unit. Chase ended up over here, but there was a large amount of battle over near the trebuchets where we stationed. All throughout it, cav battles, sporadic attacks, signs of battle. Trebuchet getting 163 kills, so a decent gambit. And the cav doing outstanding. About 600, 700, 800 kills. Somewhere around there.
They lack a coherent strategy.
Against Yi in this pirate victory, Battle of Pingwan. Ancillaries gain recruit.
In service of the Empire.
Now we're going to be able to see what we can do here on the campaign map.
The river ever rises.
So you can see here a grouping of 4 armies. Your Pingwan, Imperial City, Kingdom of Song. Kwao Ru Rei, Lubu, Duan Wanyang, and Yuan Tan. And we also got one last defeated army near Pingwan Salt Mine, Lu Yu, where we can actually move upwards, take the salt mine, and delegate.
Careful planning.
Ended up defeating Kingdom of Song, taking the salt mines, gain ancillaries of any wounded.
Our needs.
We continue to move these 2 armies. So Pingwan is ours. Now we're going to be able to take the city as soon as we emerge. Bring these 3 armies across the way.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots. Ready yourselves. Standard stance. With wisdom.
We bring 3 armies there. Of course, we got 3 armies fairly hit hard by way of Kingdom of Song, but we're going to take Hanai. That's what we're going to do here. Starve out. What we're going to do, because we got these 3 armies over on the opposite side. And we can take Hanai farmland, I think.
For China.
And we're going to delegate this one. It's going to be 1735 and 1681 against 2,508 and 113. Kingdom of Wei is going to lose this one too, I think. Or is this Kingdom of Song? Yeah, it's Kingdom of Song. Siege of Hanai farmland, yay! So we release Han Hao, we release Feng Shuo. Shuo.
In time, They will thank
Simply
us
the
for that.
best. What's this one? Maximum rank, rare talent. The war brings chaos and disharmony to China. There is glory to be gained in battle. The same with warriors crash on the battlefield, victorious over themselves in glory. One particular war excels a unique talent that you do well to keep close. Character recruited. Yay. I like that. Alright, so Hanai and Pingwan are ours. All we need now is Yi and Pingyuan Imperial City. That's what it seems to be. And even Yi, farmland, would do well. Lu Yu, because he's got 2 armies there and does something with it.
Steel for battle.
We can still recruit, right? You cannot recruit in this stance. That's not good.
Remain flexible.
Recruit in
to
this
react
stance,
with
though.
agency.
Fu Chao.
I shall not waver.
Get that. Get an extra
Stay
retinue.
fixed.
1 turn on that ish. So a lot of events taking place, and we're gaining the upper hand there on that river. All we need also as well, Dong Imperial City standing there with that 1 huge army. So things got fairly interesting. To the south, we can take Toolmaker, I think, because we already battled. Delegate.
Picture victory,
4,195,
and it will
and
be yours.
just taking on 472. Kingdom of Wei lost, occupied, wounded.
For our labors.
Yangzhou Toolmaker is now ours, and we've finally dug in there. We could see another Liu Bei settlement, Jianye. Jesus, so we still have to deal with him. And then Liu Jiang, Imperial City, we're going to go over there right with Guangshao. Deal with that as well. To the Wei's south, Changsha, there's still that lone army, couple lone armies. Kingdom of Wei, we haven't really done much to try and muster over here. We should get a regular army.
Conserve spirit.
Tubajia, Suayu.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven. Welcome, my lord. Your presence is heartening.
So we do get an army mustered, Jiangling, and they did take Changsha, so we can raise another army? No.
Welcome, my lord. A lapping tide erodes stone. Cultivate patience.
We're gonna go this way, we're gonna separate this
My
guy
lord,
too.
How can I
Well,
serve?
let's get 3 armies out of the deal. We got 3 armies. We can't. Deployment reached limit. Not what we were looking for.
Marching! My troops need respite. We must rest for now.
I think we're going to leave it here. So we're really set in and dug in on either side. The south, we moved up and got the Toolmaker. And Imperial City is still square within our hands, although we can see Machao, Kingdom of Wei forces kind of sporadically throughout the south. You can see a couple Liu Bei forces near Donghai as well too. And in fact, we can get rid of one right now. We're going to get rid of it. Delegate Liu Bei armies. Don't have to deal with it any longer.
Cannot be denied.
It's going to cost money to get that back up and running. And then we go to Yukai, which can also get rid of a Gongsun Du. Okay. Right there, and no, he retreats. Dang, he retreats. There's still that full army Liu Bei has as well too. So we continue to move, we continue to maneuver. As you can see, we got a lot of forces over to the west of us as well too. And we're going to approach Badong Iron Mine, I think is where we're going to go. We also have another one that's trying to heal up, so we're going to put him in Ba Farmland and then try and maneuver to Baxi. You can see Regional City just out of view. And of course, Yuan Shu. We have to deal with that. Now that we're at war with him. And then Shen Imperial City out of nowhere. We also got to deal with that too still. So yeah, we're leaving off at an interesting time frame. Thanks for joining.